The INFJ type is known to be one of the more level-headed, old soul-like personalities. Through their wisdom and maturity, they're usually the ones people turn to for honest advice. However, sometimes life gets in the way of their cognitive functions, leading the INFJ to require some self-help advice of their own. Welcome back, psychos. Before we get into it, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed to our channel, as well as to click the post notification bell so you never miss a video. Alright, let's get right into it. Starting with number 1. Your ego has taken over your gifts. If you ask an INFJ whether they feel different from others, their answer will almost certainly be yes. While many INFJs feel distinct from those around them, a healthy INFJ leverages their uniqueness to help others without judgment. In contrast, an unhealthy INFJ might interpret their differences as superiority. They may become pretentious about their abilities, believing themselves to be better or more valuable than other personality types. This perspective not only takes away from their natural empathy towards others, but it can also lay a foundation of being dismissive of others' opinions, something a mature INFJ would find difficult to do. Overall, this can lead them to unfairly label other types, seeing perceivers as lazy, thinking types as cold-hearted, and sensing types as narrow-minded, when, in truth, every personality type has its own strengths and weaknesses. Number 2. You're constantly overanalyzing body language and tone. INFJs possess an undeniable gift for reading people. They use others' energies, moods, body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and wording to understand how they're feeling, what they're thinking, and whether or not they're enjoying the INFJ's company. A mature INFJ has the ability to use these insights as part of a larger context, without misinterpreting them. However, when it comes to an INFJ who requires a little self-help, there's a little hypersensitivity to these cues, leading to paranoia about others' thoughts. Insecure and self-conscious INFJs crave reassurance and validation, which can cause them to misinterpret body language or harmless remarks as a sign of dislike or exaggerated affection. They may ruminate on simple gestures, imagining different meanings behind seemingly unimportant acts of communication, which ultimately benefits no one. Number 3. You're offended by remarks that weren't meant to be offensive. Just like their hypersensitivity to body and language, let's just say an INFJ who is in need of a little self-help often has a difficult time not taking everything personally. When this personality type hasn't taken the time to truly understand their sensitive nature, they can interpret every form of criticism as a personal attack, ultimately creating a victim mentality. Since the self-critical INFJ type is already naturally perfectionistic and hard on themselves, a simple critical comment can act as the tipping point of their self-sabotage and isolation. Plus, the fact that they often neglect the importance of taking the necessary time for self-praise and reflecting on their accomplishments only makes matters worse. They might even adopt a misunderstood misfit attitude as a way to cope with or hide their hurt feelings. This can ultimately lead them to shut certain people out simply because their feelings were hurt, even though there were likely no malicious intentions involved. Number 4. You avoid disagreements like the plague. While it's fair to say that the conflict-avoidant INFJ would prefer to flee a debate rather than argue, an unhealthy INFJ has no time for hearing another person's view on the matter. Instead of the usually friendly debate that most people with this personality type prefer in order to better understand the perspective and viewpoints of others, an unhealthy INFJ may state their opinion with a close-ended view, making it obvious that it's not up for discussion. An INFJ who is yet to understand their stubborn tendencies can become very attached to their subjective viewpoint, expressing it as a matter of fact and defending it at all costs. This tendency to flee during debates can stem from various factors or past experiences that an INFJ has encountered. However, it often arises when they suppress their extroverted feeling function. Number 5. Your obligation to help makes you resentful. Altruistic at heart, the INFJ personality type is known for helping others whenever they can. Besides feeling morally obligated to lend a hand, this personality type actually really enjoys assisting loved ones and strangers in their day-to-day life. However, the burden of extreme empathy combined with the desire to be everyone's hero can be extremely draining. For INFJs who haven't yet mastered boundary setting, this can lead to toxicity. A healthy INFJ can maintain a balance by effectively drawing energy from others' happiness and harmony while still prioritizing their own needs. Conversely, an INFJ who is in need of a little self-help struggles to say no, often resulting in bitterness towards those they assist. They might keep a mental tally of their good deeds and compare it to what they receive in return, fostering resentment. Number 6. Your privacy is rooted in toxicity. The introverted INFJ is naturally private and known for being a solo traveler in this trip called life. They value their time alone and utilize their isolation periods to recharge their social batteries. While all INFJs value this time to themselves in private, an INFJ who needs a little self-reflection can take this need for privacy to an extreme. Lacking trust in the world and its people, they may completely shut down their true thoughts and feelings out of fear of judgment or misunderstanding. This can lead them to withhold their true selves from those around them, including romantic partners, friends, and family, resulting in a very lonely and depressed state that becomes even harder to escape. Like anyone, INFJs need a healthy amount of social interaction and the confidence to share their feelings in order to feel balanced and true to themselves. Number 7. You're relying on less dominant functions to manage stress. When stress gets the best of the INFJ, or any other personality type for that matter, a mental switch flips, causing our dominant function to relinquish certain decision-making responsibilities to our underdeveloped inferior functions. This is known as falling into the grip, or grip stress. When experiencing this grip stress reaction, an INFJ who's usually self-disciplined can become unusually impulsive and disorganized. They might focus excessively on sensory indulgences like binge eating, over-exercising, binge-watching TV, overspending, and other behaviors typically uncharacteristic of their balanced nature. INFJs might engage in these activities to quiet their overactive minds and ground themselves in something enjoyable and physical. While occasional indulgence isn't entirely unhealthy, an unhealthy INFJ may repeatedly resort to these behaviors, especially during stressful periods. Number 8. You make excuses for other people's toxic behavior. INFJs possess a natural ability to see the positive qualities in others. They can empathize deeply and understand different perspectives, even in challenging situations. While this empathy should be seen as a valuable gift that allows them to assist others, a healthy INFJ eventually realizes the importance of setting boundaries to protect themselves. For the INFJ who is in need of some self-help, their strong desire to assist others can overshadow red flags and troubling experiences. They may make excuses for people's toxic behavior, enabling others to take advantage of them, and also defend these individuals to concerned friends and family who observe the situation from an outside perspective. Number 9. Your perfectionism is only making things worse. Perfectionism is nothing new to the INFJ. Yet, for the unhealthy INFJ, perfectionism is considered an understatement. While certain INFJs who are experiencing a more evolved version of the personality type are able to use their perfectionistic ways to encourage them to create and to the best of their abilities, Unhealthy INFJs can easily become trapped in a toxic cycle of self-criticisms and unrealistically high standards. It's as if they have an inner critic that is constantly rebuking every decision they make, draining the INFJ of all their motivation. This mindset can lead them to certain uncharacteristic behaviors such as double or triple rereading texts before hitting send, overthinking the words they use when speaking, spending an unnecessary amount of time on simple tasks, and the list goes on. With their mind constantly working in overdrive, it becomes extremely difficult to get the simplest of tasks done with their nagging brain always telling them they can do better. Number 10. You forget to care for yourself like you do others. While it may appear that an INFJ's life mission is to help others, their deeper motivation involves self-growth and learning. Many INFJs experience phases where they feel excessively responsible for others' happiness and well-being, leading them to neglect themselves in the process. Without the balance between giving to others and nurturing themselves, they may become overburdened and disconnected to their own feelings. In this unhealthy state of mind, an INFJ may neglect their own emotions and needs while prioritizing helping others. Although this behavior is not exactly uncommon for INFJs, it's crucial for them to bring their own emotions to the forefront and address them effectively before they dig themselves a hole they can't climb out of. Ultimately, an unhealthy INFJ can lose sight of their own importance, forgetting that they too deserve care and attention. Well, psychos, that's it for today. So, do you see these signs within yourself as an INFJ? Let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a video.